understand sometimes you got to pull the Karen card. I get it. Not all the time, but when it's needed, you got to, maybe I can use some of my white friends and white counterparts to be able to, like, do the message for me. Excuse me, I don't mean to be rude, but, there's a little section here that needs to be dealt with. I mean, come on now, I come here all the time, I don't want to slip and fall. You see, maybe Jimmy should do it for me next time. Because if they see Jimmy, they'll be like, all right, we got you. They see me, and they see gangbanging, so I don't know what it is. I'm not violent. I don't look crazy. So I had to pull the Karen card, man. But we might be getting more snow. Hopefully we don't, because New York can't handle it. We're lazy. And we have probably some of the worst service when it comes out there in regards to removing snow. They still haven't figured it out. Stop like digging people in or having people having to get blowtorches to be able to remove their cars from the side of the street. It's crazy. So, New York in February. And it's like, we're not even in February yet. And it feels like February.
Yeah.
It's like, what they said, -9 degrees tomorrow?
Something like that. It's going to be like that tomorrow night.
It's nuts.
I will not be opening a window, stepping outside.
Yeah. Nobody better ask me to go nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Lots to get into, though. We're going to talk about, what's his name? Giannis. We're going to talk about the Bill Belichick news. Everybody's talking about that. So I got to share my stuff as well, because everybody can't get their opinions out of me not having my opinion, because people have their nice PG way of discussing things, not me. Okay? I give it to you a different way. Pause. Jets. We're going to discuss the Jets to see if this rumor is true. I don't know if it is, but if it is, it's very interesting. What else we got? We have Mets news. Sam Darnold, I want to talk about him. Every Jets fan is very excited for Sam Darnold. And every Jets fan around the world is a Seahawks fan right now. As we preview Super Bowl, was it 50? 60? What is it?
It's 60.
Is it 60? God, crazy, I'm old. Relevant news of the week, and the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Now, before I do that, obviously, I always have to play certain songs, different moods. This is a different show today. So because it's a different show, I got to play my song. And you know what that is. For people on Facebook that have not heard this, I'm sorry, but, sorry to tell you.
I feel like slapping
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I feel like slapping a nigga today.
Let's do it. All Even Podcast, what are we talking about here? Huh? What are we saying? Bill Belichick, you can be able to win 900 games. You can have 15 Super Bowls. You can have all of this stuff, and we don't want you to we don't want you the whole thing. How's that make sense? Explain it. You got Giannis out here. He don't know what the hell he want to do. Oh, well, today, if I feel good today, then I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow. What are we talking about? I've talked about this man for weeks. Make up your damn mind what you want. Because he's starting to sound like somebody. And I'm going to put the pieces together. What the hell's going on with the Clippers? They look like a good team right now. I ain't talking about them, but damn that. And the Lakers look horrible. Absolutely horrible. We miss AR. The Knicks, y'all need to throw Cat away. All right? Send Cat to the animal shelter. That's what you need to do. Set him there. That's terrible. The Patriots in the Super Bowl, what the hell's going on here? 5 years? We got reprieve for 5 years. That was it. Right back in the Super Bowl. They're like, sometimes I feel like the NFL is like there is a script. There's a script. It don't make sense. But yet that script can't involve the Jets. Can I see the Jets in the Super Bowl? One time? I'd like to see that. All these podcasts, Mo. What we doing? What we doing out here? I got a lot to say. A lot. So I'm going to let Jimmy choose where I start. So, Jimmy, where do you want me to start?
Do we want an angry topic first?
They're all angry. They're all angry.
I think we can open with the Bill Belichick stuff.
Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is the most decorated head coach of all time. The man has 8 Super Bowls, 6 as a head coach, 2 as an assistant. He's the only man that has a playbook in the Hall of Fame. His defensive playbook is in the Hall of Fame. Name another person that has that. The man has 12 Super Bowl appearances. He has 31 playoff wins. He is second all-time in career wins. What are we talking about here? If he's not first ballot, then who is? So we got word that the NFL voters, the Hall of Fame voters, you know, the vote was split. I think he fell 10 votes short of being first ballot, and people are like, why? What is it? Is it Bill Polian? Did he do something? Because Belichick's been busting Bill Polian ass for years when he was the coach GM, whipping his ass. Did he have something to do with this? Huh? Was it Spygate? Who cares about Spygate? Everybody used to cheat back then. Get an advantage. Just because he got caught, you cheat to win. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm an advocate for that. If you can be able to get an advantage, then so be it. So be it. Oh, all right, you caught me. You caught me, okay. What else? Deflategate? If Bill Belichick is not a Hall of Famer, then Tom Brady better not get in on first ballot then. Because he was privy to the cheating. Nobody cares. There's no asterisk next to Bill Belichick's wins. Nothing. Right? So if there's no asterisk and people don't care, then why is he not a Hall of Famer? Here's why. Is that the Athletic wrote an article and they spoke to an NFL voter, Hall of Fame voter, and he said, I didn't vote for Bill Belichick just because of how the system is. There were some guys that were going to be taken off the ballot after this year, and I felt the need to be able to give a vote to those people because Bill Belichick doesn't need my vote to be able to get in. I understand that logic because if your vote is being split and you want to give your vote to somebody who you feel needs your vote to get in, I understand that type of concept, and I like that merit. It has merit. But then I think about it. I don't give a damn about those other people, right? Respectfully. You see Bill Belichick on the ballot, you click yes. All right? If you've been on the ballot for 50 years and you ain't getting yet, then hey, the tough bananas. All right? I'm sorry. Have a Hall of Fame party with your family and say, hey, you're a Hall of Famer to me. That's all that matters, right? Your family loves you. Who cares about the Hall of Fame at that point? It's over. You've been waiting 50 years. It's over. John Madden had to wait 2 decades to get into the Hall of Fame. How? Because the system sucks. Change the system. For a guy that's been on the ballot for 20, 30 years, there's no reason to take them off. There needs to be, I don't have a solution, but there should be a committee, or there should be like a special vote where these people get a special vote and they have a certain ceremony for the people that have been on the ballot for a certain amount of time. And then, I don't know, but you have to come up with something. But to be able to have somebody on the ballot and then all of a sudden they're not on the ballot because of a certain amount of time, it's nonsense to me. It really is. You should never, if you're a Hall of Famer, if you're a Hall of Fame nominee, you should be there until they go ahead and have a discussion about, maybe your name is going to come up in a class where it matters. Like if you're a wide receiver and there's a lot of wide receivers going in this year, then they say, hey, cool, let's go ahead and go put these people in and let's see who's going to be better to be able to put in this class. That might make sense. But for you to see Bill Belichick and say he doesn't need my vote, what is wrong with you? You're an idiot. If there's anybody that's a Hall of Famer, it's Bill Belichick on the first ballot. And listen, they tend to do this, right? Because Bill Belichick, he had a very contentious relationship with the media. That might have played a part in it. Remember Terrell Owens, the media, they made sure he wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer. When the guy is one of the 5 best wide receivers to ever walk the planet. So this right here, to me, and I know that a lot of people have changed their opinions over the last, 24 hours or so. They said, oh, well, Bill Belichick, I'm not sure if he was supposed to get in because of this and the cheating and all this other stuff, and I can understand it. I'm telling you that without Bill Belichick as a first ballot Hall of Famer, your Hall of Fame now looks like shit. I'm sorry. You cannot say that Terrell Owens is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, and then we're a decade removed or whatever it is, and then all of a sudden Bill Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. You got 2 of the greatest names to ever don football, and they're not first ballot Hall of Famers. It doesn't matter anymore. Now being a first ballot Hall of Famer means nothing. Doesn't mean anything anymore. If the guy that has the greatest coaching resume can't get on the first ballot because you wanted Joe Schmo to get in, guy that's been on the ballot for 80 years, come on. Let's just, common sense. Change the damn rules and let's make sure that this doesn't happen again. This is crazy. Thoughts, Jimmy?
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. I never watched football when he was coaching or anything, but he's probably the only coach whose name I knew.
Yeah.
Before I watched football. I knew Tom Brady, knew Bill Belichick, knew they won all the time. Very odd.
The man is football Palpatine. That's who he is. All right? He don't care. He wins. He cheats the way, whatever it is. Just over it. I'm over this nonsense that people try to recreate. Why? Just because he got his young PYT, you mad? Huh? They mad? Is that what it is? Huh? Oh, he's a 70-year-old man. He shouldn't have that young girl. Leave him alone. Okay? Not only is he a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he a first ballot boss too. Love it. Living his best life. And he should be in the Hall of Fame right now. It's insane. Moving on. I don't want to talk about the Super Bowl. Not today. We got all next week to talk about that. Because it's Super Bowl week, everybody will talk about all the interviews and the storylines. Oh, Sam Darnold, he's going to go against the Patriots. Oh, he was a Jet. Oh. For me, all I want to talk about is my love for Sam Darnold. I'm a USC fan. I watched that kid play at USC, and I said, he got it. The reason why he was good, to me, is because when he made mistakes, he never was rattled. It was like he threw a touchdown when he threw an interception. Didn't matter to him. And when you have somebody that was cool and calm like him at USC, I knew it would translate. It may not translate right away. I knew it would translate. As a Jets fan, he gets drafted to the Jets. What more do you want? Good quarterback, get drafted. We finally got our guy. Oh no. Joe Douglas had different plans. Joe Douglas, that idiot, decided to trade off Sam Darnold because, he's never going to succeed here and we got to try something different. And what did Joe Douglas do? He went ahead and drafted the worst quarterback in NFL history for the Jets. The worst quarterback in Jets history, and that's saying a lot. You gotta understand that. We have a horrible track record of drafting quarterbacks. He's at the top of the list.
Was it Zach Wilson?
Yes, yeah. Zach Wilson. Garbage. Basura. You know how bad Zach Wilson is? Just think about this. Bo Nix goes down. And Sean Payton says, yeah, Zach Wilson's the backup. Who we got in the practice squad? Jared Stidham? Yeah, give me him. So you can't even get in the game when the quarterback gets hurt. What are you here for? Why are you even on a team? And that's who Joe Douglas said that was going to revitalize the Jets. And I was here every week. Remember, I was here every week. Zach Wilson is the worst quarterback that you can choose. And boy, was I right. So when you go ahead and you trade Sam Darnold, you take him to Carolina. He gets his ass beaten in Carolina. Doesn't look great. He goes to San Francisco for a year. And that's when the lights go on. He's like, oh, I'm in a good organization. I'm in a place that has quarterback development. Oh, I can be able to talk to Kyle Shanahan about certain things and what I see and how to be able to develop. Oh, okay. He goes to Minnesota. Has a career year there. And everybody's still talking, well, he hasn't won the big game yet. He hasn't won the big game yet. Okay. Goes to Seattle, and Seattle fans, Seahawks fans, well, why do we get Sam Darnold? Why? He's not a franchise quarterback. He's a bridge guy. And what does he do? He puts together one of the best Seahawks seasons for a quarterback in their history. They finished 14-3. Sam Darnold is perfect in the playoffs right now. Not a single interception. You know why? Because he's never rattled. And although he had that terrible playoff last season with the Vikings, right? And all the criticism that he got from that, never got rattled. Great quarterbacks understand that when their moment is called, they answer it. They answer that door. They answer that phone. Aaron Rodgers did it in 2010. On the road, every game, and says, no problem. I answer the call. Joe Flacco answered the call for Baltimore. Perfect in the playoffs. The list goes on. This is Sam Darnold's moment. And for everybody that thinks that, this is like one of those fluke years, look again. You're seeing a guy in real time over the last 4 years develop into the quarterback that he is today. Sometimes guys are able to get it right away, while other guys have to search and find it. And not everybody, right? Even some guys, they'll go ahead and go from team to team and still can't catch that rhythm, or they still can't find their footing. Like Justin Fields, he needs to be sent to Pluto. It's one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen, right? He'll never figure it out. But Sam Darnold always had it. But sometimes, I tell people this all the time, I don't care where you start, it's important where you go. If Tom Brady was a first-round pick and Tom Brady got drafted by the Miami Dolphins, would we be talking about Tom Brady being the greatest quarterback of all time right now? Probably not. Maybe. But he went to the right place for him. You know why? Because when he got drafted, he was able to sit and develop. Sam Darnold was thrown into the spotlight as the savior way too early. But what ended up happening is it didn't happen in New York. It didn't happen in Carolina. It happened in San Francisco. He sat there and he watched and he developed. And sometimes you have to take a step back to be able to take 10 steps forward. One of the greatest quarterbacks, my favorite quarterback of all time, John Elway. John Elway was the savior of the Denver Broncos. He was dubbed that. He was the richest man in football at that time. Signed a 5-year, $5 million deal back in 1983. And he was dubbed the savior of the Denver Broncos. And boy, did they beat him up. Boy, did they make him look like dog shit those first couple weeks. And he couldn't play. Couldn't get his footing. They benched him. He had to sit for a month. And sitting made him understand the game. It slowed things down for him. It made him understand what he's looking at. See, the thing is, I've always been a guy and a proponent for an advocate for it doesn't matter how high you draft the kid. If you draft the kid number 1, okay, that's where your position was, you draft them. Sit them. Some people don't have to sit for a whole season, but sitting is important. Whether it's 4 games, whether it's 8 games, whether it's a whole season, you should sit and watch. Because it gives a quarterback that time that they need to be able to further develop. And what we're seeing from Sam Darnold is a finished product in regards to he understands how to play quarterback now with his cool demeanor and his ability to never get rattled. Everything is starting to work now. So nobody should be shocked about this. Talent was always there, but where he went was important. And as a Jets fan, I will be rooting for the Seahawks because I can't see another Patriots Super Bowl. We just saw the damn Chiefs beating the damn Super Bowl every friggin' year. We hate the Chiefs, but not as much as the Patriots. I hate the Patriots like I know them, like they stole money from me. That's how much I hate them. I hate Bill Belichick just because he had the job and said, I'd rather go somewhere else. It bothers me to know that that great man was a Jet and he didn't want to be here. The suffering that Jet fans have to deal with at the hands of New England, to see them in another Super Bowl pains me. And I'm telling you right now, every Jets fan across the planet is a Seattle Seahawks fan this week and next week. We'll all be having our Seahawks hats on, rooting for Sam Darnold, because that's our guy. Yeah, we can't develop because we don't develop any Jet quarterbacks. We don't never develop anybody here. It's fine, but he's our guy. That's all I'm saying. Appreciate the journey that Sam Darnold has gone through in his career, because that's what a quarterback looks like to me. That's the trajectory that I like to see from players, from a quarterback. You learn, you get beat up, you're doubted, and then you rise to the occasion. Shouts to Sam Darnold. That's my guy. Moving on. As a Jets fan, it's hard. Nowadays, it's really hard to be a Jets fan because I have a head coach who looks like an idiot. He might just be the dumbest person in football. And hey, I've said it on this show. I am not opposed to my bias. There is a bias here. I am not going to root for a black man to get fired in his first year. I don't care. I'm going to say it. I don't care. Whoever doesn't like it, boo-hoo. I'm not doing it. But year 2, If you still don't figure it out in year 2, there's the door. And he told Eggstrand he wasn't going to fire him. Job is safe. All of a sudden, they meet with Eggstrand. Eggstrand's out the door. What? So we got no OC. The whole staff is gone. What are we doing? Does anybody want to work with Aaron Glenn? Is he that hated? Do people hate him that much? This is ridiculous. And who the hell are we signed? Hold on. I got the name here, but I forgot it. Because he's a nobody. Jets, DC. What's his name here? Brian Duker. Who is this guy? And see, I don't have an opinion. You know why? Because I say it all the time. Coordinators are not like head coaches. Sometimes if you get a no name, you should have no reaction. Don't be mad. Don't be happy. You just have to see what they do. There's plenty of head coaches out there that didn't look the part. The guy from Jacksonville. Man, did I make fun of him last year. Doofus. But man can coach, right? So if I would have just shut up and say, yeah, well, we'll see what happens, then I wouldn't have to walk it back. So I don't know who this Duker fellow is. He was the Dolphins pass game coordinator, secondary coach. He's 36 years old. And he was with Aaron Glenn, I believe, sometime when he was in Detroit. Yeah, Duker and Glenn worked together previously for 3 seasons in Detroit from 2021 to 2023. Then he went to the Dolphins for the last 2 years. So there's some familiarity there. Oh, all right. I got nothing. Offensive coordinator, I'm hearing that we might get Frank Reich. Okay. I like Frank Reich. Good offensive mind. You know? But here's the thing. There was a rumor out there that Woody Johnson called John Gruden for the OC position. And John Gruden turned it down. Well, John Gruden has come out recently and said that the rumors about Woody Johnson contacting him about any type of Jets coaching vacancy is false. And it's just stupid. And I'm just like, okay, all right. That's fine. Here's the spin, though. Because you know I'm always going to have one. I don't believe him. Here's the thing about what I known being a Jets fan, especially under the Woody Johnson era for 25 years. Woody Johnson's a liar. Woody Johnson will never tell you the truth. And when he does tell you the truth, it's always in a situation like this, is that it doesn't come out verbally that he's telling the truth. It will come out in his actions. Something will happen. Something will leak. And then he'll go ahead and have some PR stunt. No, that's not happening. That's not going to happen. Oh, Aaron Rodgers he's fine. His job is, we believe in Aaron. He said that right before Aaron Glenn came in there and walked Aaron Rodgers out the door. So you never trust what he says. You just watch what he does. And you listen to the rumors, because where there's smoke, there's fire. And the reason why I say that is because you give Aaron Glenn the okay for year 2, because the team is not going to improve much. You still don't have a quarterback. You might make some additions in free agency. You have all of those draft picks that you have to be able to knock it out of the park. But let's be honest. The Jets won 2 games this year. Or 3. I think it was 3.
I think it was 3.
Yeah. If they win 4 or 5 games next year, it's an improvement, correct? Slight. Are they still a top 3 team in the NFL in regards to, or bottom team in the NFL in regards to draft? Absolutely. They're going to have their chance at the first round pick next year, and they have 3 first round picks next year. So I'm going to lay it out for you people, if you haven't realized it already, what I'm saying. Be as bad as you want to be, Aaron Glenn. We support you. You have every right to do what you want to do. Tear the coaching staff down. Do whatever you want. You want to fire this guy, this special teams guy drops the ball. You want to let him go to net. Do whatever you want. Because I already have my contingency plan waiting. Because once the Jets finish in one of those worst top 3 teams in the NFL next year, and they solidify the 1, the 2, the 3 spot, don't be surprised if Aaron Glenn gets shown the door and John Gruden walks through that door. Because now you give John Gruden new draft picks, clean slate, and the ability to be able to pick his new franchise quarterback. Come on now. You got to understand what we're seeing. So John Gruden, hey, you can be out, you can come out and you can deny the rumors all you want. I know the game. I see it. I've been down this street before. There's a store back there. I know that there's a store back there. I've seen it before. I don't care what the street name is. I don't know the street name, but I know that every time I walk down this block, I know that there's a store here. Because it's just familiar. I can feel it. Guys, this is the street where the store is. Oh, I hear that rumor. I see this starting to pop up around the Jets. Feels familiar to me. That's a Woody Johnson play. Because Woody Johnson's always going to try to steal the headlines. You really mean to tell me that you're going to allow Aaron Glenn to be able to come back next season when there's a bevy of new coaches that are going to be available to you? Gruden, maybe Belichick says, hey, I finally want to go to New York. Mike Tomlin, there's going to be so many names around. And you're going to say no to all of them and take Aaron Glenn back? You're right. You're right. So we're going to see. We're going to see. So, yeah, you can be able to deny the rumors all you want. You can have, what's his name, Duker? You can have Brian Duker as your guy. You can have Frank Reich as your OC. I said, yeah. Whoever you're going to pick a quarterback, who are you going to bring back? Justin Fields? Bring him back. Yeah, bring him back. I would love that. Because if Justin Fields comes back, we are guaranteed the #1 pick next year. Guaranteed. So I'd love it. Keep the staff the way it is. You want to hire somebody on the fly? Do whatever you want, Aaron Glenn. I support you. Because I'm just going to give you that Magic Johnson face. You ain't going to be here. You ain't going to be here. And we love it. So, moving on.
There's like a request to the chat.
Yeah.
Someone's been waiting to get this answered. Lotta 70701. Can y'all speak on a single positive thing to be happy about the New York Jets? Curious if y'all can just find one.
No. I'm sorry. What's the name?
Lotta 70701.
Lotta, I'm sorry. There's nothing positive about the Jets right now. The only thing positive about the Jets right now is that they have the #2 pick. And you can be able to go get Bane from Miami. I think if you're looking for positivity, the draft. If they focus on the draft, all positive. All positive because you can be able to go get your defensive end who's a dog. Bane is a dog, right? And how fitting, bring Bane to New York, Gotham City. So that's good, right? Then with the 16th pick, go get yourself a big body wide receiver, right? If you want to trade back or use a second-round pick and trade back, then now you can be able to get more capital. So I think the Jets, if you're going to look at a positive spin, it's all draft-related. It has nothing to do with the head coach. It got nothing to do with the roster that you have right now. It's all draft-related. It's all draft-related. So that's the only positive thing that I'm going to spin on it right now. That's it. Because Aaron Glenn, he couldn't lead you out of a Macy's parking lot. Couldn't do it.
Also, I heard that the Jets had like one of the best special teams last year.
Very good. Listen,
So if
if there's one thing that I will give Aaron Glenn credit for, he cleaned up the special teams. He really did. Because listen, guys got to be accountable, right? If you put the ball in the turf, you ain't going to be here no more. You fired. Hired and fired. I like that. Make sure that you have your skill and you catch that damn ball and you don't make no bad decisions. So I got to give him credit with that. But everything else, garbage. Okay? Absolute receptacle. Is that it for NFL? Is that all we have? I think that's it. Like I said, I'm not discussing anything Super Bowl until next week.
What'd you say?
Is that all for NFL?
Sorry, I can't hear the headphones. Did you talk about the Sean Payton stuff?
Oh, yeah, the
What, the idiot?
Yeah.
What do you do?
He was. That's what I was like. Is this real? Because allegedly there was over Nick's ankle, and he's like, "Oh, I wouldn't even have drafted you if I knew you had problems in the past."
Sean Payton said that?
Yeah. I don't know. Did I get AI? Because did you see that?
No, he did. He said some.
Okay.
He said like that he had some like degenerative ankle injury, and then Bo Nix came out
Yeah.
and was like, he shouldn't be talking about that.
Yeah, my
So
medical.
it seems like there's a little bit of tension.
Sean Payton, you know what the problem with Sean Payton's is that when you don't have Drew Brees anymore, finding a quarterback is really hard, isn't it? Being able to connect with a new quarterback is really hard, isn't it? Like, he looks like a person that broke up with the best thing that ever happened to him. The girl dumped him. And then every girl after that, he's comparing to the old girlfriend. You're not Drew Brees, Russell Wilson. You're not Drew Brees, Bo Nix. Who is?
Yeah.
Like, Bo Nix is not a perfect quarterback, but he can be perfect for your system.
And even too, like, almost got you to Super Bowl.
Yeah, on one leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for you to be out here saying, "Oh, like, if I knew more about your medicals, I wouldn't even have drafted you,"
And
it's crazy.
And let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a stack. If it wasn't for Sean Payton's stupid ass decision to go for the shit on 4th down when you should have just kicked the field goal, you'd have been up 10-0 on the road. Oh, no, I don't know. They were home, but you'd have been up. You go for it on 4th down, they don't get it, and you allow the Patriots to come down and score. You're an idiot. Sean Payton is an idiot.
Yeah, I was surprised. I'm like, wow, like, the Broncos could beat the Patriots. Like, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Backup quarterbacks in here. And
They were,
then-
listen, defensively, they were a better team. But Jarrett Stidham is garbage. And the thing is, when you have a quarterback that is inexperienced, he's like a 3rd string, whatever the hell he is, you have to make sure that you protect him. So if there's points to get, just go get the points and let the defense do what they do. You don't have somebody back there that can be able to make plays. So why are you putting him in a situation like that? Just because you're Sean Payton and you have this special offense doesn't mean that everybody can be able to capitalize and execute that. Be smart. But some people can't be smart because they're stupid, right? And what we always say on the show?
Dummy, yeah.
Exactly. Should we do a relevant news of the week or should we just jump right into my Giannis stuff? Because, oh boy.
Just go deep dive into Giannis.
Let's do it. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I have been on this train for years. Years. I said that if Giannis wants to win, if you want to win multiple championships, you have to find your way out of Milwaukee. It's no disrespect to Milwaukee. Well, what you did in 2021 is impressive. You won a championship. Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar won one championship in Milwaukee. You know what he said? I need to get up out of here. I need to go to LA. All the girls with the nice boobs and the nice weather, you know. Hell, I went to UCLA for college. I'm coming back to LA. I want to come back out here. I want to win. I want to have the chance to win. Yeah, I'm not saying that he has to go to LA, but he needs to get out of Milwaukee. And what we've been hearing, especially over the last year, is waffling. Oh, well, I don't want to ask for a trade. If they want to trade me, it didn't come from me. Then who did it come from? Just think about that. A franchise player who led the franchise to their second only championship in their history. They're just going to wake up one day and say, we're going to trade Giannis today. We're going to trade him today. You always talk to your star player about how they're feeling and what's going on, right? Especially in Milwaukee. And the reason why I say that is because, man, there's been a nice timeline of events over a span of years that I can be able to pinpoint and say, okay. Giannis putting his brother on the team, eating up a roster spot because he wants his brother there, right? Then after that, you had Adrian Griffin getting signed. And I don't know, Jimmy, do you want to lay out this particular thing, or do you want me to do it? I have it here. It's fine.
You can probably do it. I'll probably know more than I do.
So let's go ahead and just go back to June of 2023, shall we? June 5th, 2023, Bucks hire Adrian Griffin as their head coach. In September of that year, they go ahead and they blow up their core, the same core 2 years prior that won an NBA championship. Drew Holiday and all the pieces that they had there. They got rid of them and got Dame in here, right? And when that happened, I said it was a big mistake. It's not going to work. And boy, was I right. So go ahead and do that, right? On media day, Giannis goes ahead and publicly says, oh, well, I didn't ask for the Dame trade. I stay out of this because, I let management do what I want, do what they have to do. Yet, you're the same person that will come out publicly and put pressure on the front office. So you're trying to tell me that you can publicly come out and put pressure on the front office and then blame said front office or put all of the responsibility on the front office to say that they made the deal. Really, dude? I got a bridge to sell y'all if y'all believe that bullshit. Let's keep moving. Bucks start strong in that season. They flying. Look good. They were 30-13 at one point in that season, but there was rumblings about Adrian Griffin not getting along with certain people, and they didn't like his schemes and his offensive strategies and all this other stuff. It just, it rubbed some players the wrong way. And in my mind, I'm like, I don't think that a coach's situation or job would be in jeopardy if some role players were discussing or being frustrated with their utilization or the offensive scheme or structure. Role players don't get coaches fired. But you know who does? Star players. Oh. And what ends up happening, right? Before Adrian Griffin gets fired, you know what happens? On January 8th, 2024, 8th, 10, whatever it was, Doc Rivers gets hired as a special consultant. The biggest scary movie in basketball, Doc Rivers. You hire him as a consultant for what? What is he consulting on? He can't tell you how to win. He's never had an eye for talent. What is Doc Rivers there for? I'll tell you what he's there for. He's there because Giannis wanted him there. As a security blanket, as an option B. Because, hey, I don't want this to be leaked out that I'm unhappy with Adrian Griffin's offensive style because I don't want to look like the bad guy. but I want Doc Rivers as a consultant. You tell me who the fuck is going to hire Doc Rivers to consult on anything? Who? No team in the NBA would ever do that because what are you asking him to consult on? He's not Jerry West. He's never put a team together. He's always been a head coach. That's it. So what are you consulting on? So as soon as I heard the hire, I came to this show and I said, Adrian Griffin's days are numbered. And let's go ahead and look. Not 2 weeks pass. And Adrian Griffin is fired after going 30-13 in his first 43 games. Sounds pretty good, right? You would think that a coach in his first year that's having success, you would think that you need time to be able to get those structures in place and those schemes to be able to get players to buy in. Sometimes buying in doesn't happen right away. And you would think that there would be some coaching search, some extensive coaching search. Hey, they bring in a consulting firm and say, hey, we recommend these guys. But you already brought in a consultant, didn't you? And who gets the job 3 days later? It's Doc Rivers. Oh. Is anybody shocked? No. There's not one person around the league or people who cover the league were shocked about this. You know how it's gone since Doc Rivers has been the... You know what Doc Rivers' record is since he became the coach of the Milwaukee Bucks? He is 84-81. And yo, you only got one person to blame. So, let's keep going, right? You got performance, the team is not playing well. Trades are made. And in the summer of 2025, before the season starts, we hear that the Knicks and Bucks were engaged in private conversations to be able to get Giannis to the Knicks. And he comes out weeks later and was like, oh, well, management was talking and my agent and I want to be in Milwaukee, though. I'm going to be here for the rest of the year, and after that, we'll see what happens. And everybody's just like, that doesn't sound like, him being locked in and all in with Milwaukee. Months pass, the Bucks continue to flounder. You can start to see that the frustration is starting to build more. And then there was some rumblings about his agent starting to field trade offers or interest about leaving. And everybody thinks that Giannis is the one that said, oh, I want to leave. I want to go ahead and finally get out of here. And he comes out and says, no. I didn't say that. I would never ask for a trade. How I feel today, I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow. If I feel different tomorrow, then that's tomorrow. And everybody's like, what is this word salad bullshit that you're giving us? Just let us know what you want. I'm committed to the Bucks. Cool. Now where are we? We're right back to that. Now we're hearing that the Bucks are now listening to offers. Why? Because they are tired of the BS, the back and forth, the waffling. And when this whole process started and how it's unfolded, it reminded me of another saga. It's very, very similar to a guy that was the end-all, be-all for their team. Everybody loved this guy. He was the good guy. He was always cracking jokes. They called him Superman. He wore a cape in a dunk contest. His name is Dwight Howard. And boy, do I remember how that Orlando Magic saga worked out. Let me go ahead and go see. Let's go ahead and go look at that timeline, shall we? Let's see. January of 2012. That's where it started. Well, actually, no. It goes back to 2011. So Dwight Howard privately asked the Orlando Magic that he'd like to get traded to either the Lakers or the Nets. That goes public. There's public backlash. Orlando Magic fans are mad. And then all of a sudden, he says, "Oh, you know, I still love Orlando, man. I love the fans. I love the city." January of 2012, Dwight Howard he's undecided and unsure about where he wants to go. So he's waffling. Doesn't know what he wants. He's undecided. And you know what he ends up doing? He ends up opting in to his final year of the contract. Now, if you wanted to leave, you can be able to opt out, and you can be able to control your narrative in regards to where you want to go as a free agent. So everybody believed that he was planning to stay in Orlando long term because he reiterated that, "I want to stay in Orlando." Well, him and Stan Van Gundy, who was the head coach at that time, never got along. He didn't like Stan Van Gundy. Everybody on the inside knew that. And Stan Van Gundy knew that Dwight Howard was trying to get him fired. And it got so public that they couldn't hide it anymore. And there was this awkward hug that they had that went viral at that time, 2012. There was no TikTok or anything like that, but it was broad news. Everybody's just like, ugh, that doesn't look right. That looks off. You could tell that they don't like each other, right? Dwight Howard has back surgery. And all of a sudden, Dwight Howard starts to talk again. He wants to win championships. He wants to do this. He wants to compete for titles. He doesn't want to rebuild. He wants to make sure that he's in a situation that can compete. Sounds just like Giannis, doesn't he? And shortly after that, Dwight Howard gets traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. So I give you that example for context, because Dwight Howard made crucial missteps in his desire to leave Orlando. And the one reason why he made those missteps is because he didn't want to be the villain. Giannis is in that same boat, that he doesn't want to seem like the bad guy. Like, oh, I have pulled this franchise around my finger for so many years. I've asked them to do this. I got Dame. I wanted Dame. I wanted this. I wanted this. I like Adrian Griffin, and then I didn't like him, and then I told them to go hire Doc. I wanted Doc. Doc's my guy. You have put yourself in this situation. The team is shit because of your decisions, because of the pressure that you put on Milwaukee's front office. But you don't want to be the public villain. You don't want Milwaukee fans to turn on you, because they did a couple of weeks ago. If you remember, he was playing, they were down 30, he got an N1, and what did they do? They started to boo. And he didn't like that. And what did he do? Boo! Boo! He gave it back to them like a petulant child would. Mr. Oh, I can handle the pressure. Couldn't handle people booing you, and that's their right to do so. So where does this come down to? Again, you made them pick these groceries. The Milwaukee Bucks are in this position because of you. But yet you don't have the nuts or the courage. I'm not even going to go low on him like that. Pause. You don't have the courage to just publicly come out and say, I love Milwaukee, but it's time to go. Every Milwaukee Bucks fan, or not everyone, because you're going to have your detractors out there. No matter what you do, they're going to hate what you do. But the majority of Milwaukee Bucks fans would support you and say, thank you, Giannis, for the memories. You got us a championship. I never thought that I would ever see my team won an NBA championship and you brought us that. But he doesn't have the courage to do so because he doesn't want to be the villain, and he's going to make the same missteps that Dwight Howard made on his way to LA, because Dwight Howard was never comfortable with the Lakers, because maybe that's probably not where he wanted to be. He just knew that he wanted to get out of Orlando. Giannis is the same way. He wants to get out of Milwaukee, but it's his responsibility to tell the Bucks where he wants to go and stop being the guy that has to be perfect all the time and the guy that everybody likes, or everybody likes Giannis. Nah, you want to win? It's about winning. When I win, everybody will like me again. I don't need to be liked by everyone. So that's what I see. So we'll see what happens. Where would Giannis go? Where's the perfect place for Giannis to go if he got traded? I think Golden State right now has probably one of the best packages. I hate Golden State, but it's ideal. The Knicks, very good place for them too, for Giannis, if they can be able to send Cat to Pluto, put a draft pick to it. They don't have much draft capital, so it'll be tough for them to make that deal. You have the Miami Heat. They're always fishing for big stars over there. So if they can have something to put together, we'll see. But the team that I would love to see him on is the Houston Rockets. Oh, that makes sense. Young talent. You have Alperen Sengun. You can be able to send him off to Milwaukee. You can send off Jabari Smith. There's so many different players that you can be able to put into that package. If you're Houston with Ime Udoka, with Amen Thompson, with Kevin Durant, you put Giannis on that team, and now that's a team that could be able to compete with San Antonio. Now that's a team that could be able to compete with Oklahoma City. Now that's a team that could be able to compete with Denver. That's a problem over there. So I want to see that happen. And I want Giannis to be happy, but I also want him to grow a set. Because enough. I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow because just say you want out. That's it. It's like being in a relationship. You hate the girl or the guy, but you're too scared to break up with them. So you know what you do? You sit there and you wait. You wait until it unravels, until they are tired of you. What sense does that make? That could take 9 months. So you're going to sit in a relationship for 9 months because you're too scared to write a Dear John letter? What are we doing? Kobe Bryant, when he wanted to leave the Lakers, I'm out. Send me to Chicago. I want out. Kevin Durant he's always asked for trades. He don't even wait. The ink not even dry on his contract. I want out. I don't like the way that secretary looked at me. I want out of here. When you want something, go get it. Who cares if you're the villain? We've been looking at Kevin Durant as the villain his whole career. You think he cares? He doesn't care. He's comfortable in his own skin. And Giannis ain't there yet, I don't think, because he cares about what everybody else thinks. Moving on. I talked about the Knicks last week. I'm sick of the Knicks. Just watching them is painful. It's a painful team to watch. Cat is so bad. He's like a fish out of water. And then he complains so much. It's so bad that the commentators can't even hold it in anymore. It's just like he doesn't play hard. He complaining all the time. I don't know what the Knicks are gonna do. I don't know what trade value he has. But like I said, they need to send Cat to the animal shelter. Send his ass somewhere. It's embarrassing. Moving on, Jayson Tatum. What did he tear his Achilles or his ACL? Whatever it was.
Achilles.
Achilles.
I think.
He is making good strides, and they said that he might be around the corner in regards to a return, but there is some discussion now, rumors that he might want to shut it down for the rest of the season. And honestly, I think that's a smart thing for him because there's no reason to jeopardize the second part of your career when you can be able to rest up, heal up, be 110% ready to roll for camp next season. And kind of just using this season as just a repair, as a mulligan, is to just heal your body, rest, get your mind right. You know, having a devastating injury like that is tough. It's tough to come back from. And, you know, shouts to the Celtics for being able to still be very, very relevant after they had such a devastating injury to Jayson Tatum. They traded off a lot of pieces. They are still very viable in the Eastern Conference. So it's good. I understand that he might want to rejoin his teammates and try to see if they can be able to make a late push at this thing, but there's too much risk involved. And I think it might just be beneficial for him to just stay out the year, figure it out next season, come back 100%, and then have the Celtics back in title contention where they can be able to add a lot more pieces and be a lot more dynamic going forward. So good for him, and I hope he listens to his doctors. I hope he listens to his own body and says that, nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna try the chances. I'm not gonna try to risk it. So shouts to Jayson Tatum. He's a Celtic. I don't care about the Celtics, but I respect him. Moving on. I wasn't gonna say anything. But I have to. The noise around LeBron James is getting too loud again. I don't like it. LeBron James, is he going to leave? Is he going to stay? Is he going back to Cleveland? Is he going back? I've heard Nick Wright say, he's not coming back to LA. He's either going to go to the Cavs or the Knicks. And he had his return in Cleveland. It was very emotional. You know, he was sitting there looking at the video package and he cried. It was great just to see how much he means to Cleveland, how much the Cleveland fans appreciate him. It was great. But for me, I'm just like, okay, LeBron James is a free agent after this season. Would it make sense for him to go to the Cavs or the Knicks? I can see a pathway there, but it would make more sense for him to stay where he's at. LeBron James hasn't played in one spot as long as he's played for the Lakers. They've won one championship. It hasn't gone as textbook as we expected it to go. But he's had pockets of success here. Luka is now here. You got Austin Reeves here. You have some draft capital that's going to be here in the summer. You have options to be able to build this team. If LeBron James decides to come back for another season, which is definitely up in the air. I don't know if he even is thinking about that or he even knows for sure what his plans are for next season. But if he does decide to come back, I think coming back to the Lakers makes all the sense in the world. You take a pay cut, you can be able to now have the Lakers, give them the ability to be able to sign some real wing players that can be able to help this team build. And just like a Tim Duncan did late in his career, just like Dirk Nowitzki did late in his career for the Dallas Mavericks, LeBron James can be able to do that for the Lakers to be able to set them up for the next 3-4 years to be able to be at the apex of the NBA and be contenders year in and year out if he decides to do this move. If he goes and leaves the Lakers and goes to Cleveland, do they have a chance to win a championship? Sure. If he goes to the Knicks, do they have a chance to win a championship? Not with Cat. Not going to happen. Jesus Christ himself can come down. He can't save Cat. That guy is he's just damaged goods. He fouled me. He's always complaining. Zesty. Get him out of here. So I don't think that it's a smart move for LeBron to leave the Lakers if he wants to keep playing. Yes, I'm a Laker fan, and yes, I'm biased, but I'm just looking at the landscape. Where else can you be able to have a guy like Luka that can be able to be the focal point of the team, You have a guy like Austin Reeves. You can be able to add a third piece, which now LeBron James can be able to be your fourth option and be able to just do what he does. That is more ideal for me, in my opinion. We'll see how it unfolds, but I just hope that he looks at the bigger picture and understands that building with the Lakers and giving them the spending power to be able to go out there and add to this team, to be able to add around Luka, to be able to add around Austin Reeves, to be able to add some draft picks, add some young guys, add some flavor and some athleticism to this team. I don't see how you can be able to turn that down. That's all I'm saying. I heard Brian Windhorst, he talked about it. There's just so much uncertainty around LeBron James in regards to his future, but hopefully if he continues to play, he stays right where he belongs with the Los Angeles Lakers for year 24. That'd be good. Moving on, we're going to go to irrelevant news.
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the... they stink.
Later, Jimmy. Every week we go ahead and we discuss irrelevant news. See what the hell I got here. There was a lot of stuff that I saw. Let's see. What is this? Oh, no. This was a nice feel-good story, Silent Assassin. Tenant who paid rent for 23 years gifted ownership of home. Isn't that nice? Jane Sainer rented the same house for 23 years, always paid on time, handled repairs by herself, and kept things smooth. Her wealthy landlord barely interacted with her, but instead of renewing her lease, he handed her the deed, free of charge. The surprise gift transformed her life, showing that years of quiet reliability and trustworthiness can sometimes pay off in the most unexpected, life-changing ways. Those are the stories that you want to hear, because there's so many people out there, man, that all they want to do is have a good life, work hard, support their family, do what they got to do, and it doesn't always get appreciated. It doesn't always get noticed, but somebody out there is noticing. And for a guy like that, or a wealthy guy, it's like, I don't need this property. I'm going to give it to somebody who really appreciates it, who's taking care of this place better than I could have ever done. You deserve this house. So, shouts to that landlord, man. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Moving on. This one right here got me pissed off. McDonald's employee was gifted a bike for 21 years on the job. Now, you can look at it two ways, Silent Assassin, right? You can look at it like, all right, guy was there. His name is Kevin Montrell Hughes, and he's been there for 21 plus years. He used to always walk or take public transportation to work. You mean to tell me 21 plus years, you don't think that I could afford a goddamn bike? If I wanted to buy a bicycle, I would have bought it. You cheap asses should have got me a car. Me working at this grease factory for 21 plus years, flipping burgers or whatever the hell I was doing, y'all couldn't get me a car?
Yeah. That's like, even like, say they couldn't drive, whatever, like just like free bus rides the rest of 30 years, whatever it may be.
Unbelievable. Yeah, we're gonna go chip in and get you $100 bike.
Yeah, $100 bike.
Get the hell out of here.
Gotta ride it here in the rain, in
Right.
the snow, hurricanes, all this stuff.
What if there's no bike rack in the front of the job?
Someone gonna steal
it. Where somebody is steal the bike tomorrow?
He's like, you can't bring it back here in the back.
Unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
Horrible.
No, that's sad. There was like it was trending like years ago how they worked at they might have been McDonald's as well, but there was a worker who was walking, whatever, just taking different transportation to work.
Yeah.
And the other, like his coworkers chipped in to get him a used car.
Yeah.
Like just coworkers working at McDonald's, whatever. Like they're not making crazy money.
But they all chipped
Yeah.
in some real good money to get him a secondhand car.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are good people.
Yeah.
But you get me a Schwinn, get the hell out of here.
McDonald's, yeah.
And I don't even see a helmet there. It's just a bike.
Yeah.
So you can't even afford the helmet
Yeah. Especially to be riding it in the streets too, like with the cars. to
with
get
the
to work.
with weather.
Yeah.
Where's the windbreaker?
Uh-huh.
Where's the whole suit and the bike? You cheap bastards.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I'd have been upset.
Yeah.
I'd have sold that bike and said somebody stole it.
Yeah.
I'm not riding this to work. If I wanted a bicycle, I would have took some of my check and bought it.
Yeah. Because like a bike's to get you somewhere is not relatively expensive. Like just take part of a paycheck, go get that bike for $100, $200, whatever it is, and you're good. But
Yeah.
clearly that wasn't his number one priority.
Absolutely. They didn't care about him. They didn't care about him. Like they masked it and care. They did not care about the man. Okay? That's how I'm looking at it. You know, I'm looking at fast food chains before and after their modern updates. You're too young to know this, but yo, these chains used to look like it was great. Every restaurant, every fast food chain looked like Disney World. Like they had their own design and it was just cool to look at as a kid. McDonald's was this big thing. You had Ronald McDonald, you had a Hamburglar outside, you had a Grimace, just big.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
They all have this corporate look now. It's the same building, different logo at the top.
Yeah, all modern and inside, like just have like the self checkout kiosk. Like the worker isn't even up at the register anymore. It's like actually the Taco Bell by me, I would say within the past 6 months to a year, like just renovated. So like I would see through, like I never went inside, but through the windows I saw like the swivel chairs like cemented into the floor with the pole, still having like those kind of neon looking colors and whatnot. And now obviously it's gone, and it's just like the basic looking Taco Bell now.
It's sad, man. Like, you know, I'm sorry for the kids that are growing up now that cannot experience, you know, all of the good things that are that we used to have as kids, man. Like they're just all gone.
Yeah. Even like those disgusting playgrounds inside of McDonald's.
Yeah, listen, I used to
Like-
go in there. The ball pit,
Uh-huh.
you don't want to go to the bottom. Like there's nasty stuff at the bottom. You know what I mean? Like if you jump in that ball pit, make sure that you get up quick. Because if somebody jumps after you and keeps you down there, it's traumatizing. I'm telling you right now. There was some bad stories back then. So I'm glad they got rid of that ball pit. Trust me.
I remember one time like I was up in like the tube, whatever it was, like the enclosure.
Yeah.
And there was just like a liquid. And I'm like, I don't even want to.
There's a substance. That's all you know. Grocery delivery apps in NYC must now pay workers $21.44 an hour. Listen, people need to understand that these men and women are delivering your groceries and your fast food or your restaurant food in all different types of weather conditions and terrain. I'm sure they had people out there delivering in the blizzard. I'm sure they did. And you know how many people out there probably didn't tip these people?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember being here and I'm just like, man, I need something. But I'm just like, you know what? I would never force somebody to come out here when I can go get it myself. Yeah. And I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? Even if I got to go ahead and go dig out my car and figure that out for an hour, a half hour, I'll go ahead and do that. But to go ahead and try to get somebody else to come over here to come deliver something in that type of weather, it's just inconsiderate for me. That's just the way I look at things.
Even to like, especially this past weekend, like just like risk your life to deliver somebody like a cheeseburger.
And you can't even give them $6.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like you'll go to the custom tip and give them one. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Give them the 15 to 25%, whatever the hell it is. You can't get a man $6.
Yeah. Even to like, I freaking like when I'm watching my nephew, I was like,
You can't go anywhere.
out to,
Yeah.
like, DoorDash, and even if it's like literally the restaurant's like up the road, I at least give like that
Yeah.
percentage, even though literally it's 2 minutes.
Right.
But
it's just a common courtesy.
yeah,
That's all it
like
is,
you're doing
man.
me a favor.
Right.
Like, thank you.
Right.
Here's.
You don't know what that person's going through. And to be out there, like, these people have to be out there for 10, 12 hours just to make money. So come on now. Give them a tip, man. And so I'm glad that they raised the price on that because, Zoran is over here. He's cooking already. Cooking already. We love it. This is nice. Zion Williamson's signature shoe line is being disconnected. Discontinued. I said disconnected. Discontinued by Jordan. Of course. Why would Jordan continue to make shoes for you when he don't even know if you're gonna be on the court? You don't even know if you're gonna be on the court.
I don't even know let me look at his shoes.
What a disgrace. All of his shoes are garbage. Garbage. They deserve to be sold at the bargain bazaar. Right there outside in the bin. Like when I used to grow up, right, there was this bin of shoes, right? So if you can be able to find a match, then those shoes ain't gonna cost you that much. And they name brand shoes, but they was in this bin outside in the heat. So you taking a risk in regards to taking those home, and the glue might have already worn out of the shoe. That's all I'm saying. That's where Zion shoes deserve to be at. They deserve to be sold there because they suck.
Yeah, these are kind of ugly.
What a disappointment he's been. He signed the second largest sneaker deal in basketball history.
Oh, wow.
Because they thought that he was going to be the next LeBron James.
So get him early.
Yeah. LeBron James signed a $90 million deal out of high school at age 18. Zion signed a $75 million deal at age 19. Because they thought that he was going to be LeBron James. And I told everybody that he was going to be Sean Kemp. And boy, was I right. And that's no disrespect to Sean Kemp. But I just did not see future superstar or Hall of Fame player. I saw a kid that was oversized and had some ability, but had some maturity problems. And boy, has that, kind of shown its ugly head, reared its ugly head in the NBA. He can't get off of OnlyFans. He can't get off of IG. He's always trying to proposition girls to be able to go hang out with them and pay them money. And it's not even the good-looking ones. It's unbelievable, Zion. He had no big homie to tell him, yo, bro, that's not the way to go. Poor guy. Now Jordan has turned his back on you. Now Jordan's kicked you to the curb, huh? Rejection. Love it. This is a good one here. I'll save this for last. Melania is expected to lose over $70 million at the box office. Do you know that she has a documentary out about herself?
That's why I was wondering what you were going to say. And I heard that, I didn't even know it was a thing.
That she produced.
Well,
Have you ever heard somebody producing their own documentary?
Self-documentary. No. It's like you're the only person that wants this.
The music, everything about it, she chose. And they strong-armed some of these theaters to hold the movie. Obviously, there's been hours that have passed, but when I was reading the report, she had sold like a grand total of like 4 tickets in this one place.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. That's crazy. Cause like even like I don't know, I feel like she's an interesting person. Like the only stuff
Why? What is interesting about her?
just I feel like I don't know enough about her, but
Yeah.
the things I've seen, like she hates that man. And like that's the only part that it's like, okay, like we get it, like you're there for the money, whatever it may be, like, but you on camera like push this man away. And
Several
it's like,
times.
we
She
get
always
it.
does it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the only thing. I just find that like funny, like how she does it publicly. And he's like, "Oh, I love my wife," and she just looks at him the most disgusting
Oh
way.
yeah, listen, she has no love in her heart for that man. But for you to think that what's happening in the country right now, all the civil unrest, and people are going to take their money
And go see.
and go see
Melania.
you.
Yeah.
Dummy.
Like one of the most like think about like a first lady, like what is she done? Or any like influential like I remember I was in elementary school, but like Michelle Obama came out with the health for the kids
Fitness,
whatever that
yep.
program, and everybody was like ripping her like, oh, why are you gonna help with it? Like, and then you look at the trajectory of like what kids like weight problems, health problems
Yeah.
was like. And now, like, you're now more health con. I'm like, no, like, she was doing, like,
She
Lord's
was doing
work.
Nancy Reagan was there for the kids,
Yeah.
right? Michelle Obama. What is Melania doing?
Decorates.
Decorates for Christmas that she hates.
Yeah, that's the only, like, literally, she complains about the Christmas decoration, and then she hates Trump. That's all I really know about her.
The comedy continues to write itself. The fact that you're going to lose $70 million on your own documentary, that's gold.
Mm-hmm.
That's just gold.
Mm-hmm. Just, like, because even, too, I feel like, because obviously she is kind of what they don't like an immigrant, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I feel like the Trump supporters are just like, oh, she's just there. Like, we don't even really associate with
Yeah,
it.
she's
'Cause,
just-
like, obviously, like, they didn't buy into it. as
She's
well,
exactly what she specializes in.
So. Uh-huh.
Furniture.
Uh-huh.
That's all she is.
Uh-huh.
That is my irrelevant news of the
You
week.
gotta be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the? I mean, yeah, they stink.
Real quick, let's go ahead and go talk about our Mets. Thoughts about Freddie Peralta. Does he get an extension before the season, in season, or do they work it out before he actually hits free agency in that exclusive window for your own free agents?
I don't know, because, like, I was reading, like, I at first wanted it to be done before the season, you know, also potentially get a better deal for him. But I feel like anything is, you know, could be worked out because his deal was so ridiculous of what he was getting paid.
$8 million.
Yeah, so, like, anything.
That Stearns actually
Yeah.
negotiated.
So even, like, pay him double of that, you know, that's a big payday for him.
Yeah.
But, I was seeing, you know, Will, it's his first year in New York. You don't know how he's going to fare. So maybe it is a thing where you kind of see how he does his first few starts or even halfway through the season, and then you kind of make the call. But I don't know. I feel like what was given up, that's like a type of move where you look at it like, okay, like we want to secure this guy long term just because of we gave up 2 of our top 5 prospects that were also on the top prospects of all of MLB.
Top 100.
Yeah, so I would still like to see, you know, really just a deal get done kind of as soon as possible. I think, you know, he's been a top pitcher in the league for, you know, a few years now, and we finally got, like, our ace. And to have McClain as well potentially be an ace, you know, going forward. We'll see how his second season is, but he's definitely a guy I wanted, so I would like to see him get locked in for 5-6 years, whatever it may be.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the deal does get done Francisco Lindor style before opening day. And here's why I say that. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But this is just my feeling and how I'm reading, the tea leaves, is that he's a free agent after the season. It's his first year in New York. Getting a contract before opening day will quiet the noise. If he doesn't sign an extension and he doesn't start the season good, what's going to end up happening in New York that he's never actually been around is the negative press is going to start to talk about what a bad investment, a bad choice, a bad trade that the Mets made. And they're going to go ahead and keep looking at Brandon Sproat's numbers and Jet Williams' numbers, and then they're going to compare it to how bad Peralta is doing, and then that's going to be the story instead of focusing on how good the team is or how they can be able to improve. So now Freddie Peralta is going to have to keep answering questions about that. If you sign him to a reasonable deal with a good AEV, because I'm hearing that there's some projections out there, 5 years, $158 million, something like that. Or even, 5 years, 135, whatever it is, you can figure it out. It makes sense to lock him in so he's not worried about a long-term extension. You got to remember that Freddie Peralta is going into his age 30 season. So he knows that he's not going to get an 8-year deal from Stearns, but he can get a 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. And with that, being able to lock that in, not having to worry about it, focus on pitching, focus on being successful here in New York, now you can be able to kind of be more at ease. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, too, David Stearns knows this guy. He traded for him. He helped develop Freddie Peralta. Freddie Peralta is a guy that developed late in his career. Over the last 2 years, he's pitched 173 innings and 176 innings. So he's getting better as he gets older. Mm. It's a guy that started off with like 91 to 93, velocity on his fastball. He's now sitting anywhere between 96 and 97. Mm. He's getting better. Mm. So if you can be able to project out for 3, 4, or 5 years, you can say, okay, we can see that he's going to be a guy that because he started late, because he had some struggles, because he had to figure it out, he's still going to be good into his age 34, maybe his age 35 season. That's a good investment to be able to do right now instead of waiting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see them stretch this out too long, and then a Diaz situation happens.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, we thought that we had him, and then somebody comes in and swoops him up. Like, no. Just lock him up right now, and it's going to be cheaper to do it that way rather than if he has a big year with the Mets, you're going to have to pay more.
Yeah. And it's someone they need because next year you're spending big money or you're not really getting any,
Yeah. You're throwing the cabinet at Scooble.
Like, I have to look, but I don't even think there's anyone else relatively close to anybody.
Yeah, I don't know. In pitching wise, I'm not sure, but in regards to position players for the next 2 years, dead.
Yeah.
It's dead.
Yeah, so you got to go after it, especially with the other moves that they made. You have to kind of have a bigger window because, I still don't think they're better than the Dodgers, so
yeah.
This is still World Series contenders of the Dodgers.
Yeah.
But I think if they do make another starting pitching move, and really, I think that they could potentially steal that spot from the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, listen, our goal, man, is I've been saying it for weeks now, is that we got to stop worrying about the Dodgers. Mm-hmm. We got to stop worrying about what they're doing, who they sign. Focus on building out our team, and if we can be able to get exactly what we need to get, starting pitching, get another outfielder, maybe we need another bullpen arm, maybe a bench bat, whatever it is, Let's do that.
Yeah.
Because if the Mets can be able to start making playoffs consistently year in and year out,
We're good.
I'm
Just
okay
gotta
with
get
that.
there, yeah.
Just get there. Just be one of the teams that can be able to say that you're in the race because anything can happen. Nobody picked the fucking Blue Jays to be in the World Series.
Yeah.
They were a good team, but did anybody say that they were going to the World Series? No.
Yeah.
So that's just the way it is, man. It's get in, be consistent, try to make the playoffs every year. The Mets have a top 3 farm system. We are loaded when it comes to pitching, so I'm not gonna miss a Brandon Sproat, even if he has a great career in Milwaukee. Okay, we have enough pitching here. Jet Williams, don't really miss him because at the end of the day, he was good. He was undersized, but he didn't really have a path here. AJ Ewing, I like AJ Ewing better than Jet Williams. I'm sorry. The
He's
guy
coming
had
up,
70 stolen bases last year in the minor leagues.
He's like
7-0.
coming up quickly too, and like
Yeah.
that's like a type of like the Mets don't have a player like that 70,
No.
like not even remotely close. So like Mets need speed. Like they always kind of been relatively pretty slow team all around.
He's not Jose Reyes in regards to the electricity, right? But he's a guy that can be able to get on base. He can hit for average. Steals a lot of bases. I like an AJ Ewing, man. So I'm happy about getting Freddie Peralta. I think it's going to make this team so much better to have a guy that's you can pencil him in as a number 1 or 1A, 1B, number 2 guy right behind Nolan McLean and just see what the hell happens, man. I'm so excited. So hyped for the Mets. I am. I was down on them. Was mad. And I shortly got over it. Because at the end of the day, I'm just like, why are we doing this to ourselves? Pete, where's Pete? He was a loser just like all the other ones. Okay? Nimmo, loser. We like him, but he was a loser. Okay? McNeil, loser. Alonso, loser. That's all I'm saying. We've been through this before, Silent Assassin. We've seen the great pitching crew with Syndergaard and Harvey and Wheeler and DeGrom. They came up and we were supposed to be the next Atlanta Braves. And what happened? We lost the World Series and we were losers.
Yeah.
We had to break that shit up. 2006, we were right there on the cusp of winning the damn NLCS. If it wasn't for Adam Wainwright and his garbage and Yadier Molina hitting that home run, we would have been in the World Series and we would probably won. Probably won. And the problem is we didn't lose and we collapsed the year after and collapsed the year after that. And what happened shortly after that? We had to get rid of those players too because they were losers. We've been here before. When guys don't win, things have to change. And I'm tired of hearing Met fans, well, I don't know if I'm going to support the Mets this year because Pete Alonso's... Okay, then go be a Baltimore Oriole fan then. Root for them.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hear nothing about Pete Alonso no more here.
Yeah, especially like what, because we were like going at like what is gonna happen. Like this is dramatic.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. And then obviously David Stern's turned the whole team
Man,
around.
reshape the whole team in an
Yeah.
off season. Silence Assassin. That's hard to do.
It is. So like I feel like now Mets fans can't really say nothing. Like,
No.
me, like I'm good with it. Like at first I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna go because
Right.
it's just what they did.
Yeah.
And I don't have hope of what they can do. But then when I thought it was like a shock when Boba Shett. I'm like, what Boba Shett? Like,
Right.
where did that come from?
And they were all, and that's the thing, they
The
were
whole time.
always in on the whole time.
Yeah, and I'm like, Semyon, that was the first one. We're
Yep.
like, okay. Polanco, we're like, okay, like
Yep.
that's pretty good. And then just move after move, it just got progressively better.
Yep.
So it's gonna be an interesting team. It's gonna be a lot of new faces, obviously, a lot of new. The coaching staff's completely different.
Yep.
So just start new, start fresh, and go for the playoffs.
Here's another one. Carlos Mendoza had a conversation on the podcast and said that the Mets locker room last year had a corporate feel. So that's not bad, right? It's not bad. There's no infighting. But I know what that word corporate means. It's like guys are coming, they're handling their business, they're saying the right things. They might not feel that way, but they're saying the right things because they don't want to ruffle any feathers. And people are just doing their own thing. Nobody is going out of their way to support the other man. Everybody's kind of just like bogged down in their own situation. And that can work when you're winning. But when you're losing, that thing gets really toxic.
Yeah.
And I just believe, and we've been talking about this for so long. I'm talking about me and you. There was something off about this team from the very beginning. Something's been off about this entire regime from the very beginning. I've talked about Pete Alonso after the 2019 season because I thought that he was going to be our Piazza. I thought he was going to be our Keith Hernandez. I thought he was going to be our leader. And he never fit that mold. He was always very quirky, wacky, silly. I guess that's why people liked him, because he was so perfectly imperfect. But there was maturity issues for me personally. And I remember DeGrom in 2019. I think some fans were talking about Pete. And DeGrom said that this is not the Pete Alonso show. It's the Mets. That always stuck out to me because I'm just like, is there an ego there? And I truly believe, and I'm starting to hear more rumblings that obviously we'll probably never know the true facts. But where there's smoke, there's fire. There was rumblings about Pete being a little bit of an egomaniac. Him being very egocentric. Me. And when you look at how he moved on that team, when you hear his press conference with the Baltimore Orioles, it sounds very similar. You're going to blame the lack of pitching, but not take accountability for your business of failing in regards to runners in scoring position, certain times where you slumped. It's nobody's fault, really, but your responsibility as a leader is to take blame even when it's not on you per se. Hell, Juan Soto did. He just got here.
Yeah.
We lost as a team. We failed. I don't care how good I did. We failed. Pete Alonso, the pitching wasn't our fault. Okay. That's why David Stearns wanted you out of here. Because at the end of the day, people need to start realizing that your individual numbers in baseball means nothing to the team. And this is a guy that was second in home runs in the league since he got called up. Where has it gotten the Mets? 2 playoff appearances. That's it.
Yeah. Sent home too.
1 lucky run.
Yeah.
And you got packed up.
Yeah. There was actually in the 2024 season where obviously he made the All-Star team and a lot of people kind of had issue with that.
Oh, I was one of them.
Yeah.
How the hell are you gonna put him in the All-Star game? He had like a 217 batting average.
Yeah. Just like not good at, and allegedly, I think it was confirmed that he got asked to be in the home run derby. They said, well, I'm only going to do it if you put me on the All-Star team. And then they did it. And then around the same time, there was reporters had asked, like, after the game and whatnot, like, how he how he thinks about like his season, how it's going. When he's like, well, I'm on pace to hit 40 home runs, like, you know, like I'm still playing good, like I'm still got the power, so but like everything else was kind of shot. Just again, like not taking accountability for his not so great, you know,
no awareness
stats. Like, yeah, you could hit 40, 50, 60 home runs, but like also too, like where else are you providing? Like you're not providing in the clubhouse, you're not providing, you know, in other important places. Like the team is, you know, and also at that time too, like the Mets were, you know, not in a great space.
Terrible.
Yeah. So not really taking that leadership of, you know, hey, like we kind of suck, we're going to kind of get the guys together and whatnot, but just looking at me and like what I'm doing.
Right, exactly. Instead of saying, listen, if they vote me into the All-Star game this year, cool, but I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on trying to get these young guys, trying to get our team back to a winning mentality, and hopefully we can be able to start winning some games and turn this thing around. But very, very egocentric, and I see why they needed to make a change. I understand now, and I'm happy with it because I was okay with Pete leaving last year.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Yeah, because even I feel like it definitely was also partially like a fan to make the fans happy.
100%.
It's also too like Stearns, you know, didn't have any, you know, want to bring him back this upcoming year, and his record, I mean, that's not going to be held for long. You know, you have Lindor, you have Juan Soto, you know, could break that, you know, very quickly. So it's just like a fanfare moment to bring him back one last year and, you know, send him off.
Yeah, I agree. Let him get the record and let him go F off after that. Yeah, okay, you got the record. You happy? Go. There's the door. Go. So, yeah, we are very excited about the Mets. We are going to be at a lot of games this year. Right? Listen, just don't have me up there. I want good seats.
It's a good view.
No, it's not.
You see everything.
No, you don't.
You get the
I don't want to see the airport.
see the airport.
I don't want to see.
I see the airport.
I don't want to see that. I'm gonna lead us. You understand that, right? I need to be close with a certain look. All right, I don't want to be up there with the crazy people. They're crazy up there. Okay, I've seen you send me videos. Those are crazy people up there.
Yeah,
okay?
It's a lot. Like I've literally seen someone get arrested. It was
fighting.
Yeah, it was 2016. I remember that they were playing the Cubs. The Cubs obviously won that year, but they were playing really good. And a Met fan and Cub fan got into a fight, punches, and police. Arrested.
Fight.
Like,
listen, you're taking a risk fighting all the way up there. Like that's
that's
scary, man. Like I'd be nervous up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you convince me to go up there, fine. But I need to find a good seat. I need to be away from the riffraff.
I'll take it. For
Get me away from the riffraff.
Like $5, you can't beat it.
You definitely can't beat it. You know, the only way you could beat $5 tickets is a $3 ticket. And I'll take that too. Yeah, that's it. So we are excited for our Mets. We are excited for our upcoming Mets pod as well. That's going to be interesting. I think we're at the end of the show. Dummy of the week.
Dummy, yeah.
Every week I go around the room and I ask who is the dummy of the week. Silent Assassin, you are back. Do you have one?
Yeah, I saw this video on TikTok from a news outlet that this woman in China was like skiing or snowboarding, and she saw a snow leopard and wanted to take a photo with the snow leopard, and like the snow leopard mauled her. You know, she didn't pass away, you know, but she had some crazy injuries like
probably ripped the face off.
Yeah, like everything. Just I feel like her hand was, I don't know if it was her hand or a glove, but something was hanging, not attached anymore. And they said she's gonna recover from her injuries, but I'm like, how? Like, as a wild animal, a snow leopard, you want to get close enough, take a picture with it, and you don't expect that thing to jump and maul you. Because also too, I read they're not like animals that just do that for nothing. Like they felt threatened, so it had to pounce.
Here's what I put in. I'm gonna give you the nice dummy salute here.
Dummy, yeah.
Let me give you another one.
Dummy, yeah.
Let's just think about how funny life is, right? You have leopards that are in Africa and the wild, and they're in hot climates, right? They're agitated because they're just natural predators. Could you imagine somebody took one of your ancestors or relatives and stuck you in some cold ass place where now you have to adapt and survive in this crazy place? Do you think that any of those snow leopards are happy? They have to go ahead and go search for food for days. So you think that this little idiot woman is gonna be snow tubing or whatever the hell she's doing, and he sees her, he's going to greet her with kindness? You are today's lunch. I haven't ate in a week. Don't take no pictures of me, because if you come any closer, I'm making you today's dish. I'd be mad too.
Yeah.
It's just like those cows or whatever type of cattle it is. They're on the side of the mountain. How the hell they get there? Somebody just dropped you off here, and this is where I gotta make life now?
Yeah.
I gotta be on the side of this mountain?
Yeah.
You damn right I'm gonna buck the hell out of somebody when I see him. I don't speak to nobody. I don't see nobody. That snow leopard probably ain't seen nothing for days. And this little idiot trying to take pictures of the snow leopard. Oh, what is that in your hand? Is that food? It's just dumb. Like, why do people believe that they have to go to the zoo and put their hand in the cage? There's a reason why there's a cage here.
Yeah.
This cage is here not for their safety. It's for yours.
Yeah.
Because these animals do not belong in certain environments. You think that they're happy in a zoo? They want to kill you.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, let's feed the monkeys. Okay. That monkey is gonna grab your arm, break it, and then throw feces on throw feces on it.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Crazy.
And they do it quick too.
You don't even know. Yeah, it's coming.
Quick.
Yeah.
How do you shit like that and throw it in one motion? That is crazy, right? Like you drop the deuce before it hits the floor. Grab the deuce and throw it in one motion. That's skill. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They're talented.
Nasty, but it's skill. Just leave them alone. Moral of the story: when you see wild pets, just leave them be, because they don't want no trouble. But if you come asking, they're going to answer. That's all I'm saying. So,
Dummy, yeah.
I got mine, and it came up very late, and I was appreciative for it because I was just like, man, I don't know who's gonna be my dummy this week. I have no idea. And I found one. May I have the drum roll, please? We need to put a drum roll sound in this thing because it's been years. This is a bootleg soundboard. I need to do better. And the dummy of the week is Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Jayson Tatum is my
Dummy, yeah.
because here's the thing. LeBron James, I told you that he made his way back to Cleveland, right? They're in Cleveland. People love him. It's a celebration of his achievements, of what he did in the city of Cleveland, bringing a championship there back in 2016. Having all the great memories there and him being emotional because he's back in Cleveland with his son. Everything's great. Lakers get blown out, right? They get the ass beat. LeBron James didn't have a great game. Donovan Mitchell has a good game. Cavs win. And there's a post-game conference, now a post-game, interview. So you have Donovan Mitchell who's standing there because he's the player of the game, right? So they want to talk to him. And for some reason, this player, Jayson Tatum, is just hanging around, right? And I'm looking at the video, and I'm just like, why is he here? We want to speak to Donovan. What are you doing here, right? So this is what happens.
Certainly, this could be LeBron's last game in this building. How would you characterize his impact on this city and franchise? Well, you could say something too.
This is Donovan Mitchell city now. It's Donovan Mitchell city now. When he come back here, we're going to make sure that everybody root for him like they did for him. This is his show. This is his city.
Yes, sir, Jalen. Donovan, do you have any thoughts on?
Dummy, yeah. Dummy, yeah.
It's amazing to be young and stupid because you can be able to say so many things and make so many mistakes. By the time you get to 40, you're going to look back and say, man, that was a dumb thing for me to say. Wish I never did that. This is one of those. For you to even say that Donovan Mitchell, it's his city now, when LeBron James literally put billions of dollars into that little area of business every year, when he left $50 billion left with him. And you're trying to tell me that Donovan Mitchell is the city, he's the guy of the city. No, he's not. His name is LeBron James.
Dummy, yeah.
Okay? And who the hell is Jaden Tyson? I didn't even know this guy. I didn't even know this guy. You played basketball? I thought that this guy was like a 10-day contract. What are you doing here? So then, after the backlash, right? And the backlash came swift. It was swift. Here we go. Listen to this idiot, right?
This is Donovan Mitchell city now. This is Donovan Mitchell city now. When he come back here, we're going to make sure that everybody root for him like they did for him.
There was no disrespect there. I didn't want to. That's one of the greatest players that ever played the game. Obviously, I was a Cavs fan growing up because of him. Right? If I offended anybody or anybody got mad about it, I'm sorry.
Dummy,
The walk back. Listen, I always loved the Michael Jackson moon walk back. I love it. He got dragged for this. And he had to apologize. Are you crazy? You could have said that the same night. You could have said, yo, this is LeBron. We love LeBron James. I grew up idolizing LeBron James. I wanted to play basketball because of LeBron James and what he did for Cleveland. But I'm not going to lie to you. As a teammate of Donovan Mitchell, I respect what this guy is doing now, and he's holding it down for the city since LeBron left. So we got to respect that. Nobody comes after you today. But because the oxygen in your brain was not there, you just started speaking. It's just amazing how stupid people can be. Why can't people just think about the things that they're going to say first before you speak? I do it. People just think that I rattle off things. No, there's a process that goes on up here before it comes out. It's crazy still, but at least it's organized. And I don't have to go back and walk back no stupidness like this because I would never cross no type of line like that. That's like Drake May. It's Drake May's city now. No, it's not. Tom Brady's city forever. You pay homage to the greats, and then you respect the current guys that are doing it. That's how you do it. You know what I mean? We love Jacob deGrom as Met fans. But we say, you know what we always say? Jacob deGrom, if he continues, might be better than Seaver. It's possible, but we always give respect to the GOAT. And that's all I'm saying. So, Jalen Tyson, I hope that you stick around. I hope they don't send you to Mars. I hope they don't give you the Burger King as hiring slip because, you know, you got a good future in the league, man. Just don't say stupid shit. That's all. You know, if somebody has a player of the game interview, let them be. If you want to camera bomb and give him a hug, yo, shouts to Donovan, he's killing it right now, and leave. You take the mic like it's your time. Who are you? Play the back.
Dummy, yeah.
That's all for Dummy of the Week. It's a good show. I missed the Silent Assassin. I miss Jimmy. Never leave me again, like I told you. If you leave me again, I'm gonna have to do something. I might sabotage your trip. You know, call a credit card company and say, hey, listen, this fraud here. She's gonna have to come back. Okay? She has to settle this here. There's fraud here. I'll do something. Okay? I get a hold of your parents and say, hey, she wasn't supposed to leave yet. Okay? I didn't allow this. I didn't sign off on this. So, never leave until the summer. You can go. You can go in the summertime. It's fine.
Okay.
PSA. Yes. We are in civil unrest. I've been talking about this for so long now. Every week I say the same thing, that we are falling further and further into fascism. Our government, our society, our economy is looking like an oligarchy because you have all of these people that are buying up all of these things, and they're changing our way of living. They are disrupting our civil rights. They're taking away our free speech. Look at Twitter. I mean, it's Twitter. Look at TikTok. TikTok is dead. It's over. You had Ellison or whatever the hell his name is. He's now the owner of TikTok. You can't say Epstein's name. You can't say Jew or Jewish people. You can't say the state of Israel. You can't even say the word Israel. Anything like that, you can't say. And in this country, I was told that freedom of speech is very important. And freedom of speech doesn't protect you from other people. Freedom of speech means that, your First Amendment is protected from the government. So which means that the government is not supposed to be doing things like this. But hey, you got people that voted for this, didn't they? When we told them not to, that black woman got everything right, didn't she? Everything she said was spot on. Do you guys know her name yet? Huh? You want to keep calling her Kamala? It's not her name, and you knew that. But you didn't care because a lot of people voted for Donald Trump because they felt that a woman couldn't lead this country. And don't let her be a black or brown person. Oh, no. We don't want that. Look what's going on with ICE. ICE is terrorizing American citizens, not immigrants. Alex Preddy, dead. Renee Good, dead. So many people that are in ICE custody. Is like 30 or 40% of U.S. citizens that are in ICE custody right now. You have children that are in ICE custody right now, not getting proper nutrition, not getting proper medical care. But this is what you voted for. Why? Because, Donald Trump is a good businessman. He's never been a good businessman. He was a failed businessman. The only reason why he got popular is because NBC came to him and said, hey, you want to do a show? We make you look like you're a big deal again. So if that's what people are remembering, it was all fake. I'll tell you what's real now. What's real is that Trump is stealing your money now. Grifting and having all of these cryptocurrencies and Trump phone and Trump watch and Trump card and Trump sneakers, and people are buying it hook, line, and sinker because you're slow. And if you're not slow, then you're complicit. And what's worse? See, I can understand people who are uneducated. Uneducated, sometimes it's due to lack of resources. It's due to your poor upbringing. Sometimes you're just not exposed to certain things. And the beauty about being uneducated, Silent Assassin, is that you can always change that. For people who are uneducated, they can always get educated. But when you're complicit and you're actually doing things on purpose, when you know it's wrong, that can't come off of you. That can't be undone. That you can't unlearn. So, for everybody that thought that he was going to just get rid of the criminals, he told you in his debates and his campaign speeches and his rallies, he is coming after the enemy from within. And ICE is doing his bidding in blue states. And you know what's funny about the whole ICE thing, the whole Gestapo paramilitary that he's designed for himself, is that he's using it to be able to manipulate our elections. Because it's so funny how Kristi Noem and Pam Bondi, they say, yo, we'll come out of Minnesota. Just give us the voter rolls and we'll leave. So you just want the voter rolls because you want to go ahead and manipulate the midterms. We know the play. And I hope that everybody else sees the play. But in this country, we are more blind and more tolerant of things that we are scared about. I think when people fear things, they tend to just let things happen, especially when they're the ones that made it happen. But I can tell you that people will continue to fight. The people of Minnesota, the people of Minneapolis, if there's ICE agents right now in New York City that are trying to ramp up, and I'm telling you that it's not going to go down here. Yeah, people are going to get taken, but there's going to be massive protests and massive clapbacks here. And I'm not talking about violence. I would never talk about violence. But at some point, the dam does crack. At some point, there are going to be people that don't want to accept what you're giving them any longer. And then what happens? So, all I'm telling you people right now is that you need to wake up and you need to realize that it's not only black and brown people that are being harassed. They are now giving it to everybody. And the fact that they're now going to be watching you and targeting you through your TikTok apps, through your Instagram. If you criticize such a person, they're going to dox you. They're going to put you on a terrorist list. All of these things are being done right in front of your face. So if you think that you're safe, you're only safe until it comes to your front door. And a lot of people thought that people like Renee Good, people like Alex Preddy would never get touched because it's the criminals, it's the Somalians that are doing this. We had 2 innocent white people lose their lives, all because they just wanted to peacefully protest. So, do you want to live in a country where you can't feel the need to be able to express yourself the right way? I don't. If I wanted to live in North Korea, I'd go live there. If I wanted to go live in China, I'd go live there too. If I wanted to go live in any one of these countries that tend to not give you the ability to be who you want to be. It's time to change. And I've told you people, MAGA, there is no forgiveness for you. Republicans who have gone with this entire time, there is no forgiveness for you. But you can make it right. I can be able to look at you in real time and say, all right, you've changed your tune to be able to reverse course. Cool. We can align for right now. But once this is over, it's going right back to being up. So, I can't say I didn't tell everybody this or whoever listens to this, but there is hope because there's still people that are willing to fight and they are not going to take this lying down. So, Melania can continue to keep making documentaries of herself that nobody wants to watch. We can keep watching Donald Trump not be able to walk on a straight line and them telling us that he's fine. We can be able to have Kristi Noem have so much makeup on her face that she looks like a different person. It looks like one of those hardened masks that you put on your face. That's what she looks like. You can have Kash Patel that continues to look like he does 10 lines of cocaine every day. Those are the people that you trusted with your government. Idiots. What do you expect? Now the world looks at us like idiots. The world doesn't trust America anymore. They're about to pull out of all of these. The American dollar is going to sink. And that's by design again. Because what's the best thing for an oligarch and his billionaire buddies? Think about it. We are going to isolate America. We are going to sink the economy. And then we can be able to consolidate everything by ourselves. Sounds familiar? That's what happens in Russia. Putin is very rich, but you know Russia's economy is one of the worst in the world. So, keep thinking that certain things around the world won't happen here. Because newsflash, it's already happening. That's all for this week. Hope everybody stays out of the cold. It's cold everywhere. People in Florida, it's like 40 degrees out there right now. Why would I want to be in Florida and it's 40 degrees? I go outside. I didn't come for this. I didn't come for this.
Yeah, I was out there wearing a jacket, sweatshirt.
It's ridiculous.
You know, layers out in Florida.
Hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Tomorrow is one of those days where you kind of be like, yeah, I might not go to work tomorrow. I might just stay home. Figure it out. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see how I feel. But you know, shouts to everybody who was here. Tapped in. Stay safe. Stay cool.